Hello everyone and welcome back to Beatley Tones Beatles channel. Lovely to have you here. Thanks for joining me for this video and I hope you're all doing well. Now, as you know, on this channel I like to bring you breaking news as and when it happens and share it with you, and I've got some today, and it's interesting stuff, and if I'm absolutely honest, it's a little bit left field. It's come as a bit of a bolt out of the blue, not something that we would have been expecting, but you may remember earlier in the year when Sean announced the Mind Games box set, he did say that there would be other surprises later in the year, and perhaps this is one of them, and it's to do with this. Not the poster, no, not the poster, not the poster, the actual concert, the one-to-one concert that John and Yoko did at Madison Square Gardens, the 30th of August 1972. They did an afternoon show and they did an evening show, and that resulted in the album John Lennon Live in New York City, and there was a video as well, and I think a laser disc as well in the early 90s, none of which were complete, were not complete shows. Now, from the information that I've got here, it doesn't sound as if this is going to be just a straight rehash of the concert. I don't think it's going to include the whole concert, but I think it is going to include lots of clips about it. But the sort of the main premise of this documentary is, John and Yoko's lives around that time when they were living in Bank Street, getting involved in political issues and that sort of thing. So there's a lot of home video that comes from their own collection and that sort of thing. And obviously there will be clips. I think the best thing for me to do is if I just read you the press release that has come out, and then we can talk about it. So it says, many years ago, film footage and audio recordings of John and Yoko's one-to-one benefit concerts for Willowbrook in 1972 was re-edited, remixed and remastered by Jack Douglas at Yoko Ono's request, but no product ever made it to the public. Now it emerges that a documentary about the concert is in the making. It says audio remixing duties are now said to have been done by John Lennon's son Sean. There was an album as well as a concert video available in the early to mid 80s. That was 1986 that came out. But the products were never updated to new formats or remixed again. This is the rest of the press release. Comes out of Los Angeles, 29th of May 2024. Mercury Studios today announced its new feature documentary, One-to-One, John and Yoko, a moving look at the couple's life upon their entry into transformative 1970s New York, exploring their musical, personal, artistic, social and political world. Set in 1972 against the backdrop of a turbulent era in American history, the film was directed by Kevin MacDonald. So the press release continues. At the core of the story are the one-to-one concerts, John Lennon's only full-length performance after the Beatles, accompanied by Yoko Ono, the Plastic Ono Band, Elephant's Memory, and with special guests. There was a few other artists on the bill, Stevie Wonder, Roberta Flack, to name a couple. With remixed concert audio produced by Sean Ono Lennon, the film features newly transferred and restored footage, as well as a wealth of previously unseen and unheard personal archives, such as phone calls and home movies recorded and filmed by John and Yoko themselves. A look inside two of history's most influential and iconic artists, the film provides an intimate opportunity for viewers to travel inside the lives of John and Yoko and experience the decisions, passions and challenges they faced during this time. Kevin MacDonald goes on to say, I wanted to make a film that surprises and delights even the most dedicated Lennon and Ono fans by focusing on one transformative period in their lives and telling the tale through their own words, images and music. Built around the beautiful 16mm film footage of the only full-length concert John gave after leaving the Beatles, I hope this film will introduce the audience to a more intimate version of John and Yoko, whilst also reflecting their political, radical and experimental sides. Sean Ono Lennon says, Kevin's documentary brings completely fresh insight into my parents' lives during their Bank Street and early New York years, showing firsthand their unwavering dedication to promoting peace and non-violence during a turbulent era of unrest, corruption and unnecessary war. And Alice Webb, who is the CEO of Mercury Studios, who are making this film, says, this film is ultimately the story of radical hope. It is an honest and intimate look at the pivotal year in John and Yoko's lives, a melting pot of politics, youth culture, self-growth and spine-tingling artistry. I'm honoured to bring this story to fans everywhere with the impeccable Kevin MacDonald, Sean and Peter. Sounds fantastic, doesn't it? So say, you know, something that we weren't expecting, something that we never thought we would see. You know, if I'm hazarding a guess at what this is, you know, we're going to see lots of footage from the one-to-one shows, but you know, maybe either side we're going to see the build-up of them, you know, organising it, maybe some rehearsals, you know, and then the aftermath of the, you know, the aftermath of the concert, you know, how they reacted to it and that sort of thing. We're going to get hopefully a really good, you know, insight into this. Now, you know, I think, you know, this obviously comes from the Sometime in New York City, and everyone's got an opinion about Sometime in New York City, but whatever you say about that period, this is a period where John and Yoko were really very, very active, you know, doing lots of TV. They did, you know, quite a few sort of benefit shows where they only did, you know, one or two, you know, songs, but you know that they went out and did benefits like John Sinclair and that sort of thing. And you know, so it's a very interesting period. And you know, I thought when we were speculating about there being a Sometime in New York City Ultimate Mixes box set, I always thought that although it wasn't usually part of the Ultimate Mixes box set format, that I thought that the inclusion of a remixed Live in New York City album would be a unique selling point for that box set. And they, you know, they are kind of picking up on, you know, on the fact that this is the only time that John played a full-length gig as a solo artist, and that makes it unique, that makes it important. The problem that we had with the original release in 1986 is that, you know, one of the criticisms aimed at it was that Yoko picked quite a lot of performances from the afternoon show, which was considered to be the weaker show. There were lots of mistakes in it. Elephant's Memory weren't happy that songs from that version of the concert was released because, you know, they did make a lot of mistakes. John's performance is pretty good throughout this, but yeah, the band weren't on top form on that afternoon show. Now, the fact that Sean has done a remix of the soundtrack, this leaves it open. It leaves it open for there to be an audio only release, which I really hope we get. I hope we get, you know, an album version of both concerts, or, you know, CD version, or maybe a small CD, you know, set that could include both the concerts, maybe some of the rehearsals or that sort of thing, as a kind of a backdrop to this documentary. The documentary itself, I imagine, will probably go to a streaming platform first, and then hopefully there'll be a physical media release, or DVD or Blu-ray or whatever. But, you know, whatever way you look at this, I think this is exciting news. It's good news. I say it's come as a bolt out of the blue, something that we weren't expecting. I'm very excited about it. And you know, we're going to get an insight to sort of behind the scenes of this, you know, of this one concert that John did as a solo artist. So I think that is something to be excited and something to look forward to. One thing that we don't know at the moment is when the documentary is going to be released. They haven't revealed that yet. Hopefully it'll be sometime this year, but obviously as soon as there is any news about a release date, or formats, or whether it's going to be physical media or streaming or whatever, I will be all over it on this channel. So please stay tuned to the channel for that. In the meantime, please tell me what you think of this news down in the comments. As you know, I read all your comments. I will respond to all your comments if they require a response. Are you excited about it, or you not bothered about it? Just please tell me about it down in the comments. Please give the video a like, as it really helps out the channel. If you just stumbled across this channel by accident or whatever, or you're here for the first time and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Love to have you on board. It is, of course, absolutely free, and on this channel I don't have any adverts mid-roll during my videos, so you can watch the whole video without any interruptions. Okay, that is it for me. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.